Hey guys, Piston Hurricane here, and today I'm going to be showing you some North Carolina ranked gameplay from Season 8 of Ranked Battles. This video, I get a little frustrated because there's a guy on my team that really pisses me off. He's very, very toxic in chat to every other player on the team, and as they usually are, the guy is one of the first to die. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to be talking a little bit about some of the toxicity that I've been noticing in ranked battles on World of Warships. It's been pretty crazy. Um, I played ranked a while ago, I think in Season 1 and Season 2, but I haven't played it in a while, and I kind of forgot how bad it can get because I've noticed a lot of, and as you go further down to lower ranks, I'm at rank 7 now. I made it down to rank 6, but I kind of went up a little bit. But people have the tendency to get really toxic, and I'm trying to figure out why. I try not to get so bothered about the game. I try to just treat it as a game and stay positive because when you stay positive, oh yeah, baby, that's elite. When you stay positive, um, it helps you play. It makes your performance better because you're not as wound up about the game. When you get toxic and you let the game get the best of you, it really affects your performance. So I'd like to encourage you guys to just stay relaxed. Don't take the losses out on your teammates. It seems like people are like having bad teams on games before, and then they take it out of their next team, and it just starts off the round with a negative feeling, and it kind of really affects the team dynamic and makes people play bad, I think. And so I just like to encourage everybody to just treat each game differently and treat each set of teammates like a fresh start. um, this game can kind of get under your skin a little bit because people make mistakes, but if you if you keep the criticism constructive, it's okay to criticize people. Like you can criticize people gameplay, like R. Kelly said.
Bounce, 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 bounce. Come on.
You can criticize people's gameplay, but do it in a positive and constructive light. Just give them tips. Hey, I don't think you should have pushed there, or I think you were showing too much broadside there. That's why you got Citadel. But if you're calling people names and saying in a negative way, people aren't very receptive to stuff like that. And it kind of just it brings too much toxicity to the community. So I'm gonna start talking about the gameplay here. So you guys noticed earlier I managed to get a good shot off on a DD. Always help your DDs going into fights because these are really fragile. And if you can put a little bit of damage on an enemy DD, just a little bit can help your DD win that DD on DD fight, and that's very important. DDs are like the linchpin of a successful team. So in battleships, even when you're shooting AP, you can do some damage to DDs with AP, as you guys saw. I got a 6K volley earlier. So what I'm doing here is I've been criticized a lot in the past, and this is one of those things that helped me change my gameplay. Is staying too far back in my North Carolina. It's a good, it's kind of decent at long range, but the where the North Carolina excels is in medium range fights. So if you can close the distance a little bit, then you can have a lot more effect, and also you can help you can tank damage on the point, and you can help your team hold the point. You kind of have to be careful though, because when you're pushing a point, you're very susceptible to getting torqued by DDs. So you kind of just have to keep track of where the enemy DDs are, and just do your best. Watch out for other ships. Don't get broadsides battleships. Just self safe. Point your nose in and tank some damage. Kind of be the backbone of the team. You're supposed to be in a battleship. You're supposed to be the guy that's leading your team into victory. I here try to do a little damage to that Kagero to help my Loriang out. He's getting in a fight with this Kagero at long range. And Kagero actually does have better guns for a long range fight in a DD on DD fight. Kagero at a long range versus a Lo Yang is better for that Kagero because even though his reload is slow, he has less of a high arc whenever he shoots. So he should do better than that Lo Yang in that fight. But if the Lo Yang managed to close the distance with the Kagero, then the Lo Yang's rate of fire versus the Kagero's slow range of fire, but direct shots at that range, the Lo Yang would win. But my Lo Yang is kind of trying to do his job, but he's having a lot of trouble because all the enemy DDs are pushing up against him. And I think he eats a torpedo and takes him out. So I'm continuing to push around because I want to get close enough to this Bismarck that's over here to be able to do some consistent damage to him. And you see, I'm kind of angling away here because that Benson, I know his torque range is something like 9.5 or 10 kilometers. So the more distance I place between myself and the Benson at this point, the better. So I kind of had to go away from the fight right there. I really didn't want to, but I had to. But fortunately, I called for fire from my DDs, and they actually helped out in this fight, and they got the Benson down right here, which was great. So you guys can see this Bismarck right here. That's who I'll be going after next. So in this season of Ranked, I've been playing a lot of North Carolina because I have a 19-point captain on him, and I think that the North Carolina is a great ship. His guns are very accurate. The armor is kind of a weakness for it, but I mean, you can't have the most perfect ship. I've also played the Turpits, which is pretty much like a Bismarck with torps. So that ship was okay, but like I'm very used to the US battleship style because I played a lot of Montana in the clan battles. So I'm used to the accuracy. So playing a battleship that doesn't have very accurate guns is like very frustrating for me. So you see me taking some broadside shots at this Bismarck. It kind of turns in. And I've also been playing a lot of the Otago this season. The Otago is just a beast of a ship. But the problem that I found with the Otago is it's more difficult to carry a whole team than it is in the North Carolina. So that's why I switched back to the North Carolina. And when I did, I started getting a lot more wins. I dropped from, I should say I went up from rank 8 down to rank 6 whenever I switched from the Otago to the North Carolina. And I'm at rank 7 right now, so I'm trying to fight my way back up to 6. But I kind of a little bit making a mistake here because I allow myself to get too close to this Bismarck. If you guys know, the Bismarck secondaries have a 10-kilometer range, so you don't want to be that close to a Bismarck. You can see his freaking secondaries are going crazy on me right now. It's nuts. Like, it's very scary being within range of the Bismarck secondaries. It's just like death by 1,000 cuts, and they set you on fire, and it's just ridiculous. So I'm doing my best to nose into this Bismarck. You see me looking around a little bit. I'm looking for the enemy in mind to make sure I'm not giving him broadside. But right now, I really want to be pointing my front guns at this Bismarck. And he managed to break my second turret there, and he set one fire on me. Normally, I wait for 2 fires before I repair. I was waiting for him to set two fires on me, but I had like something like a 25-second cooldown on my gun to be repaired. So I went ahead and popped the repair because I needed my guns back in the fight, or I wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm glad I did right there because he gave me full broadside. He made a huge mistake here, so it's gonna pay for it. Boom. There we go. That was beautiful. And like I had been making a mistake before because I've been watching Flamu. Flamu knows what he's talking about, but Flamu said to shoot like the um, the Bismarck and like the grosser curve first, like center mass. So try to aim for the superstructure, the gap between the superstructure and the hull of the ship. So I had been doing that to Bismarck's, and I hadn't been getting a lot of damage. But I saw another video of somebody, I can't remember who it was, maybe Arleo's, but he was close range to like Grossley Kerpers and the Bismarck, and he was using AP, and he would shoot at their hulls. So I guess like I probably like took Flamo's advice wrong. I think that when you're in like a cruiser or something like that, in a Des Moines or something, you're supposed to shoot at that spot between the superstructure and the hull in order to do a lot of damage to them. But when you're in a battleship, it seems like you can penetrate the hull of their ship. And about right now is when that troll, the guy who was in the Akazuki that pushed in earlier and he died like really quickly. He's or his name is Hairlip, 007 Hairlip. He starts getting on my nerves, and I'm just like, can you please just shut up, man? So I kind of get into it with him here, um, but I promise there will be a happy ending to this video. It's not all negative. So right here, I'm selling towards B because I see that Amagi pushing in towards A. I wanted to go and engage him, but I know like my Chapayev and my kid are not gonna be able to hold that. May not. They may struggle to hold the Amagi off. And what they should have done right now is kind of hid and waited for the Amagi to start capping and like get close to capping, and then reset them. That would have been that proves a lot really useful. So you can get distance from them and then like stealth out, and then see them capping, and then shoot like right before they get the cap and reset them, and you can hold off the cap indefinitely like that. But um, it all works out in the end. Just a little bit of constructive criticism. So. Yeah, so I'm going off on this dude. Hey, Lincoln chat. Just keep an eye on that. But he's like 100% wrong about most of the things he's saying. And he was one of the first to die. And what got on my nerves is he's really critiquing everybody else's gameplay, but he's doing it in a negative way, and it's just too toxic. And I'm telling him right now I need to push him to B cap because we need a cap. We couldn't let the enemy just hold both caps. He's saying I'm wrong because I'm behind the island and I can't shoot at their Maki, but we need a cap, so what do you want me to do? We lost our kid there. He managed to get like 3 kilometers away from their Magi with his one set of torps, and he managed to miss the whole set. So I don't know. The kid is a great ship. The guns are amazing, but the weakness of it is it only has one set of torps, so it has half as many torps as a Benson. So maybe that was a factor in him missing the whole every last torp on the Magi. But oh well, I mean, stuff like that happens. You just have to take it with a grain of salt and focus on your gameplay more than you focus on everybody else's. I mean, even though I learned this from playing Overwatch, even though like people, it's random. You're teamed up with strangers. You're not gonna have the best team every time, and sometimes you just have to focus on your own gameplay, making yourself play as best as you can play. Make yourself have the best possible game, and you may not win every game, but you'll improve. But if you focus on other people and you stay negative, you're gonna think you're perfect. You're doing perfect, and you're really not doing perfect. There's never you'll never have a perfect game in any game. There's always something that you can do a little bit better that will make you get the win, or may help you out, you know. So just focus on your gameplay mostly. Try to improve your gameplay, and don't be too toxic with other people. So right here, it's just my Chapayev and me versus the Samagi, and the Chapayev is really low, and I don't have the most health. The Samagi is almost full health, so it could be a little bit of a tough fight. So I'm really happy that my Chapayev is playing it safe by hiding behind the island instead of pushing out, because at this point, if the Amagi managed to drop the Chapayev, we'll instantly lose because they would gain like 100 points and we would lose 100 points instantly. So that would put the enemy team over the top. This Amagi is doing his best to make the best out of the situation because, as you guys saw earlier, it was just him versus three of us. So he's doing pretty good. But he does make a mistake here, and you guys will see in a second. He really makes a mistake here. You guys notice his position. They're ahead of us, as you can see, 941 to 924, and I'm sitting here watching these numbers go up, and I'm like terrified. I'm like, oh my god, are we really gonna lose like 1-3? And this guy that's been toxic is like shit in the bed too. But I'm like, you know what? I got this. Like, all I have to do right now is angle towards this Amagi and push myself into A, because the second I push into A, they stop gaining points, and it's gonna be a close one. So prepare yourself for a wild ride. And I'm telling my team here, when I push into B, they'll stop gaining points. And that was kind of to the toxic guy, like, shut up, dude, I know what I'm doing. He's like saying we're through the game already. He already gave the game to the other team. He already gave up a long time ago. But I'm not gonna let myself lose. And I'm like, who the hell? What? He's shooting at the Chapayev. I'm terrified because the Chapayev has like 1,000 HP left. And you see, look, their points stopped on 995. And I'm telling this Chapayev, get behind the mountain, hide, just hide, dude, hide. And their points are stopped. And I'm in the cap, stopping them, and we're gonna win it. Sometimes it comes down to the wire like that, guys. Sometimes it comes down to the wire. But thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get this World of Warships channel together. And I appreciate all the views I get, and I appreciate you guys for subscribing, and I appreciate every last like video. So right now I'm like flipping out.
Man, and fuck these stupid ass people.
That was my reaction to this whole match. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I will post more ranked panels. Thank you so much for watching.